2026 has been a big year for gaming, and not just new games. Some of the older games we all know and love have been secretly grinding away and becoming even better. How's it going, guys? I'm Liam, this is Instant Gaming, and today we're looking at 10 games that drastically improved in 2026. Star Wars Outlaws launched with plenty of issues and a lot of criticism. Fast forward to 2026 and the game feels significantly more polished. Updates improved performance, refined gameplay systems, and gave players more reason to stick around the galaxy. What once felt rough around the edges now feels much closer to the scoundrel fantasy Ubisoft originally promised. Turns out patience occasionally pays off. Even successful Monster Hunter games need time to mature, and Wilds spent 2026 doing exactly that. New monsters, balance updates, quality of life improvements, and fresh challenges helped transform an already strong foundation into something much bigger. The hunting loop became richer, the endgame became deeper, and the community stayed engaged. By the end of the year, Wilds felt less like a launch title and more like the complete package. Every few years, Destiny 2 dies a little, and then it seems to reinvent itself, and 2026 was one of its better transformations. Strong content updates, meaningful progression tweaks, and renewed community enthusiasm helped push the game back into a healthy position. Bungie has always been good at finding ways to keep Guardians chasing that loot. This year felt like a reminder of why players fell in love with the universe in the first place. Age of Mythology Retold already launched with goodwill, but 2026 elevated it even further. Balance updates, new content, and continued support helped refine what was already a strong remaster. The result is a strategy game that feels modern without losing the charm of commanding mythological armies and summoning giant monsters to flatten entire civilizations. Zeus would probably approve. The villagers definitely wouldn't. The 2.0 update completely changed the conversation around Look Outside. What started as an intriguing horror experience evolved into something much larger thanks to new content, improvements, and expanded systems. The update gave players plenty of reasons to return while maintaining the unsettling atmosphere that made the game memorable in the first place. Sometimes one big update is all it takes to breathe life into a new project. Atomic Heart always had style to spare, but 2026 helped strengthen the substance underneath. Continued updates, additional content, and gameplay refinements made the experience smoother and more enjoyable across the board. The bizarre alternate history world remained the star of the show, but now the systems supporting it feel stronger too. It's a good example of a game growing into its own ambitious ideas. Years after release, Kingdom Come Deliverance somehow found another gear in 2026. Renewed interest, continued community support, and excitement surrounding the franchise brought a fresh wave of players into medieval Bohemia. The game's dedication to realism, once considered intimidating, now feels like part of its appeal. What was once a niche RPG has steadily transformed into one of the genre's most respected success stories. Few games worked harder to improve themselves than Lords of the Fallen. Since launch, the developers have delivered a steady stream of updates, and 2026 felt like the payoff. Performance improved, mechanics were refined, and the overall experience became significantly smoother. The dual world concept was always fascinating. Now, the rest of the game finally feels strong enough to support the great idea. Crimson Desert spent 2026 turning potential into momentum. Regular updates expanded the world, refined systems, and gave players more reasons to keep exploring Pywell. The game's impressive combat and stunning visuals were already attention grabbers, but continued improvements helped strengthen the experience around them. We're only 3 months after release, and it feels far more complete, and there's more game-changing updates and DLC coming. Not many games manage to look this good and keep getting better. No game improved more dramatically in 2026 than Guild Wars Reforged. What began as a promising revival steadily evolved into one of the year's biggest success stories. Expanded content, community-driven improvements, and major quality of life changes helped transform it into the version players had been hoping for. The result wasn't just a better game. It felt like a franchise rediscovering exactly what made people love it in the first place. And that was 10 games that improved drastically in 2026. What older games are you playing in 2026? Let me know down in the comments. So for all things gaming, don't forget to subscribe to Instant Gaming, and for great deals on games, you can check out our website at instant-gaming.com. And as always, thanks for watching.